So it's going to be a little cold tonight. It's already 30 degrees and it's only going to get colder. So I'm going to try a little experiment to see if I can keep the rabbits' water from freezing overnight. So I'm just going to use some things that I have around the house. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these waters, take them in the house, and make an insulated cover for them.
A few moments later.
Right, now that I have those finished up, I'm gonna go hang them and then we will check back in the morning and see if it worked. Good morning. So it is still freezing out. It is 29 degrees and now I'm gonna go and check on the homemade insulated covers that I made for the rabbit waterers. So hopefully this worked because that would be really awesome. Okay, y'all. I can't believe this. So it got down to like the mid 20s last night, which is well below freezing. And I have one of the waters here right now, okay? So, do you hear that? There's water in there. I cannot believe that this actually worked. This is really awesome. So, okay, now I know how to keep the water from freezing. And I just use stuff from the house. Like, this is great. So, this is definitely not a flop. And wow, this is awesome. For these insulated covers, you're going to need some aluminum foil, 100% cotton wool, and rubber bands. If you do not have any pre-cut fabric, you'll just want to cut it like 20 by 20, 18 by 18. You won't need much, so just enough to completely cover it. First, you'll go ahead and get your aluminum foil and you're going to wrap it around your water completely. This water is from Rent-A-Coop. It is just their basic rabbit water that they have available. So what I did is I covered it completely and I covered it around the nozzle, and then I didn't have any pre-cut fabric, so I just cut it roughly to be, like I said, 18 by 18 or 20 by 20. And this is gonna cover it completely as well, like even after I put the cap back on. So I covered it from the bottom, and when I did the nozzle, I cut the smallest little slit and just slipped it through so that it was snug on there. I'm folding it down right there because after I put the cap back on, I'm gonna unfold it and wrap it around the lid. I'm wrapping it as tight as I possibly can, and this is where the rubber bands are gonna come. So after you get it tight, grab one of your tighter rubber bands just so there's no loose fabric and it's tight onto the aluminum foil. That's going to help with the insulation. I went ahead and filled it up with water. I'm putting the cap back on, and now I'm going to cover the cap with aluminum foil so the insulation is literally top to bottom. And then after I'm done putting the aluminum foil on, I'm going to unfold that fabric that I had folded down earlier, and I'm going to wrap it around, and then I'm going to make sure that it's tight as possible and use a rubber band to keep it in place. I had a lot of fun doing this DIY, and it is even better because it worked for me. I wouldn't really call it bulletproof if you live in a really, really cold area, but definitely if you are in one of the southern states that sometimes gets cold, I would say this is definitely a win.